Hello all and welcome to today's Bible portion, or Suffer portion. Today we're going to be reading Shemot Exodus 3 and 4. Now Moshe kept the Alphatov the flock of Yithro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led Alphatov the flock of the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of Elohim, even to Shorev. Of the angel of Yahuwah appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush, and he looked. And behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Moshe said, I will now turn aside and see Alphatov this great sight, why the bush is not burnt. And when Yahuwah saw that he turned aside to see, Elohim called unto him out of the midst of the bush, and said, Moshe, Moshe. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Draw not nigh hither, put off your shoes from your feet, for the place whereon you stand is holy ground. Moreover he said, I am the Elohim of your father, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Yitzchak, and the Elohim of Yaakov. And Moshe hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon Elohim. And Yahuwah said, I have surely seen Alphatov the affliction of my people which are in Mizraim, and I have heard Alphatov their cry by reason of their taskmakers, for I know Alphatov their sorrows. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Mizraim, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land, and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, and unto a place of the Kenanaim, and the Shittim, and the Amorim, and the Perizim, and the Shivim, and the Yebusim. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the Alphatov the oppression wherewith the Mizraim oppress them. Now come therefore, and I will send you unto Pharaoh, that you may bring forth my people Alphatov the children of Israel out of Mizraim. And Moshe said unto Elohim, Who am I that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth out of the children of Israel out of Mizraim? And he said, Certainly I will be with you, and this shall be a sign unto you, that I have sent you. When you have brought forth out of the people out of Mizraim, ye shall serve out of Elohim upon this mountain. And Moshe said unto Elohim, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The Elohim of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say, What is his name? What shall I say unto them? And Elohim answered him, said unto them, and Elohim said unto Moshe, Ahir, Asher, Ahir, Ahiah. And he said, Thus shall you say unto the children of Israel, Ahiah has sent me unto you. And Elohim said moreover unto Moshe, Thus shall you say unto the children of Israel, Yahuwah Elohim of your fathers, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Yitzchak, and the Elohim of Yaakov, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my mention unto all generations. Go and gather Alphatov the elders of Israel together, and say unto them, Yahuwah Elohim of your fathers, the Elohim of Abraham, of Yitzchak, and of Yaakov, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you, and seen Alphatov that which is done to you in Mitzrayim, And I have said, I will bring you up out of the affliction of Mitzrayim unto the land of Canaanim, and the Chittim, and the Amorim, and the Perizim, and the Shibim, and the Yevusim, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, and they shall hearken unto your voice, and you shall come, you and the elders of Israel, unto the king of the Mitzrayim, and ye shall say unto him, Yahuwah Elohim of the Ivrim, have met with us, and now let us go. We beseech you 3 days' journey into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to Yahuwah Elohim. And I am sure that the king of Mitzrayim will not let you go, no, not by a mighty hand. And I will stretch out Avtav my hand, and smite Avtav Mitzrayim, with all my wonders which I will do in the midst thereof. And after that he will let you go, and I will give Avtav this people favor in the sight of Mitzrayim. And it shall come to pass that when ye go, ye shall not go empty, but every woman shall borrow of her neighbor, and of her that sojourns in her house, jewels of silver, jewels of gold, and raiment, and ye shall put them on your sons and upon your daughters, and ye shall spoil Avtav the Mitzrayim. And Moshe answered, chapter 4, and Moshe answered and said, But behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice, for they will say, Yahuwah has not appeared unto you. And Yahuwah said unto him, What is that in your hand? And he said, A rod. And he said, Cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent, and Moshe fled from before it. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Put forth your hand, and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand, and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand, that they may believe that Yahuwah Elohim of their fathers, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Yitzchak, and the Elohim of Yaakov, has appeared unto you. And Yahuwah said furthermore unto him, Put now your hand into your bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it up, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. And he said, Put your hand into your bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom, and behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. And it shall come to pass, if they do not believe you, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also these 2 signs, neither hearken unto your voice, that you shall take of the water of the river, and shall pour it on the dry land, and the water which you take out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land. And Moshe said unto El Yahuwah, O my Adonai, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since you have spoken unto your servants, but I am slow of speech and of slow tongue. And Yahuwah said unto him, Who has made man's mouth? And who makes the dumb or deaf, or the seeing or blind? Have not I, Yahuwah? Now therefore go, and I will be with your mouth, and teach you what you shall say. And he said, O my Adonai, send, I pray you, by the hand of him whom you will send. And the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Moshe, and he said, It's not Aharon the Levi, your brother? I know that he can speak well, and also, behold, he comes forth to meet you, and when he sees you, he will be glad in his heart. And you shall speak unto him, and put out of the words in his mouth, and I will be with your mouth, and with his mouth, and will teach you out of what ye shall do, and he shall be your spokesman unto the people, and he shall be to you instead of a mouth, and you shall be to him instead of Elohim. And you shall take out of this rod in your hand, wherewith you shall do out of signs. And Moshe went and returned to Yithro his father-in-law, and said unto him, Let me go, I pray you, and return unto my brethren, which are in Mitzrayim. and see whether they be yet alive. And Yitro said to Moshe, Go in peace. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe in Midian, Go, return to Mitzrayim, for all the men are dead which sought out of Eth your life. And Moshe took out of Eth's woman and out of Eth's sons, and set them upon an ass. And he returned to the land of Mitzrayim. And Moshe took out of Eth the rod of Elohim in his hand. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, When you go to return into Mitzrayim, see that you do all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in your hand. But I will harden out of Eth's heart, and he shall not let out of Eth the people go. And you shall say unto Pharaoh, Thus says Yahuwah, Yisrael is my son, even my firstborn. And I say unto you, Let out of Eth my son go, and that he may serve me. And if you refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay out of Eth your son, and even your firstborn. And it came to pass by the way in the inn that Yahuwah met him, and sought to kill him. And Zipporah took a sharp stone, and cut off out of Eth the foreskin of her son, and cast it at his feet, and said, Surely a bloody man are you to me. So he let him go. Then she said, A bloody man you are because of the circumcision. And Yahuwah said to Aaron, Go in the wilderness to meet Moshe. And he went and met with him in the mount of Elohim, and kissed him. And Moshe told Aaron the first and last the words of Yahuwah, who sent him, and as all the signs which he had commanded him. And Moshe and Aaron went and gathered together the first and last of all the elders of the children of Israel. And Aaron spoke the first and last of all the words of which Yahuwah had spoken unto Moshe, and did the signs in the sight of the people. And the people believed. And when they heard that Yahuwah had visited out of Eth the children of Israel, and that he had looked upon their affliction, then they bowed their heads and worshipped. Well, that's it for today's read. Until next time, I hope you all have a great night and a fantastic tomorrow.